Math 140, week number 3. If you checked our homework for this week, there are 3 parts, which means there's going to be 3 videos coming during the week. Let's check out part 1 about identify the different relationships in your data. You should have, this should be the part 1 for the homework. And by the way, this is the homework, but of course there's also problems of the week, and there's also the reading and acrobatic, and I mentioned that down here that you have to finish a checkpoint quiz when you get through the acrobatic. Take care of those things as well. But as far as the homework goes, part number 1, I'm asking you to identify different relationships, all these C's and Q's and Q's and C's, for the data set from week 2. So I'm going to check out this data set, which Sarah provided us for week number 2. So Sarah, I'm making an example of you, but please, this is trying to bring you guys in. I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot. Sarah's a hockey fan. I use some basketball stuff, but this is a great data set as well. Although maybe I'll put this comment at you, Sarah, and just make sure everybody understands it. Data is great. Labels are good for the columns as well. Data's good. Labels up here are going to help out, even though it's pretty obvious what all these numbers and symbols mean in this one. Just quickly identifying on the homework, I checked it out. For the most part, we're pretty good with qualitative, quantitative, categorical, variables, all those different names. But I just want to emphasize once more time, Q, qualitative. Qualitative is really, oh my goodness, now I'm doing it. Q is quantitative. Quantitative means numbers. All these here are going to be numbers, and obviously this is going to be another quantitative data set. C is categorical. Categorical means descriptions, and obviously these are descriptions for the different teams that the Blues are playing. C is, again, these are a description. Did you win the game? Did you lose the game? A little gray area sort of thing. This kind of looks like C at first glance, but I'm going to put a question mark there. Why? Not about the C or Q. I'm just asking, remember, we're talking about variables. Is this a variable? I would say this is not variable because it's not changing. It's always the same. So this really is sort of an extra column. And the other little question mark, just to keep you on your toes, what would you consider these? Would these be quantitative? Because, I mean, there's numbers. Or to be categorical because we're describing the day. We're saying, oh, it's in December. Oh, it's in January. You can interpret this either way. This is sort of a gray area. But at any rate, these 4 right here are cut and dried, categorical and quantitative. And when we're thinking about the relationships, part 1 of your homework, number 1, I say, hey, tell me about a C to C. What does C to C mean? It says find your categorical and then make a connection. What could the connection be? Maybe the connection is something as simple as if you win, winning is a categorical. If you win, what teams are you playing? You see what I'm doing? I'm connecting one categorical to another. Am I asking you to answer the question? No. Don't worry about that. I'm just asking you to pose a question. If I win, what teams am I playing? Or could you flip it around the other way? If you're playing so-and-so a team, am I more likely to win or lose? That is relating the 2 C's. Think about the other one. Categorical to quantitative. Pick one of the categoricals. I don't care. Let's pick the winning one. Same thing. If I win, what is the... Ask me a question about the numbers here. What's the question going to be? I'm not going to do it because I'm solving Sarah's homework, but you get the idea. I'm saying pick a C, pick a categorical. If you're winning, then what is the quantitative? What is the score for the team? And think about how you can play it the same way for these ones. If the team scores more than whatever, what is the whatever? If the quantitative. So if this number is less than 5, what happens with this one? These are all different questions that you're going to be able to pose based on your on your data. Do you answer them? No. That is not part of the assignment. But I want you to put together these questions. So I'm not going to do one for each because then I'm solving Sarah's homework, and well, let's face it, that's her job. But at the very least, number 1, I think I can be honest. We're taking a categorical. If you win, go to the other C. What team am I playing? Look at number 3. If you score more than 6 points, then C. What team am I playing? You can break down those questions many different ways. But that's your job. I'll let you do it. As far as answering them, don't worry about that. We'll be seeing we'll get to some more different levels of analysis later on. But for part 1, take that first step. Check out videos for part 2 and 3 coming soon, and check out the problems of the week on Blackboard for this week.